What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of The Highlights. Y'all know I'm that sports dude, Chris Dunlap.
What it do? This your boy, Houzmazoo.
And wherever you're watching from, whether you're watching on my man network, the Houzmazoo network, or you're watching right here on TSDN, we just want to say we appreciate you for tuning in right here to another episode of The Highlights.
Much appreciation, man. Straight up.
So for anybody who missed the last episode, just get them hip real quick to what we talked about. And if you guys want to check that out after this one, that'd be a good watch too. So, but yeah, go ahead, Zoe. Let everybody talk about the last one.
So we highlighted, Byron Leftwich, the offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because he's a Washingtonian, so we had to give him his props for that.
For sure.
We spoke about how COVID has affected student athletes, especially student athletes in the DC public and charter school system. And third, we basically saw what happened on January 6th, the insurrection. We showed footage of basically some people going crazy down on Pennsylvania Avenue, bum rushing the Capitol building. That's what the first show was about. That's basically the rundown of the first show.
Yeah, man, it was a great show, and especially for anybody who didn't catch that, make sure you go watch, especially that third segment, the exclusive look for everything that happened down at the White House. Down at the Capitol, for my man Houzmazoo. It was crazy. So make sure y'all check that out.
It's surreal.
And also, before we get started on this show and get into the quick highlights, just want to welcome each and every one of y'all to subscribe right here, whether you're watching on TSDN or whether you're watching on the Houzmazoo network. Make sure y'all pound that subscribe button, tap that subscribe button, click that subscribe button, because you guys definitely don't want to miss any of the action on either of these two networks. And am I talking truth, so?
Talking truth, nothing but the truth.
All right. So now that all the pleasantries are out the way, let's get into these quick highlights, all right? Before it became the official music of Washington, D.C., go-go was already the official sound of the city. Ain't that right, Zoe?
Yep, sure enough. Show you right.
But not only is go-go a part of our culture here in the city, it stretches worldwide. So back in March, a few of the go-go bands here in the city and many more took the show to the West Coast for Moechella in LA. Now, Zoe, you got me hip to this story, so kind of talk about it a little bit. Talk about who was over there on the West Coast and what the scene was like.
So I want to say Yada Ya, he like the promoter or sponsor or the spokesman of this whole Moechella movement. But I want to say long live go-go. That's the movement now. So that's the movement, that's the platform, long live go-go. And they basically did a Moechella out in California, LA. I want to say it was at Landmark Park, something like that. But the band that was out there was T.O.B. And a friend of mine's played for T.O.B.
Yeah.
And I just seen him the other day, and he was just like, the vibe. It was the vibe. And I saw footage, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of people out there. And in my mind, it's like, all these people not from D.C. It can't be all these people from D.C. So just to see a lot of out-of-towners like really vibing to the music and trying to get to know the music and trying to learn the culture and the dances and stuff like that. That's a good thing to see right there. Yeah. I also seen Wale was out there.
Mm-hmm.
Wale, I want to say Guapo 3000. It's a lot of people out there because my friend that played for T.O.B. when they was playing, Wale was on stage with them.
That's tight.
So it's just like you never know what this Moechella movement may bring. T.O.B. might be featured on Wale next album or something.
Right.
Or artists from California might have heard that band and was like, "Ooh, I want them on my mixtape." So you never know, man. You never know.
That's true. And speaking to that, go-go bands being featured in people's albums and other songs and stuff like that, that's really not new. It's a lot of artists. One of the first ones comes to mind is Jill Scott, who man, they love, not they say it publicly that how much they love go-go, how much they love the sound. And they also, a lot of Jill Scott songs have been go-go samples. and then you could just kind of go down the line of how many artists and sample go-go or sample, a go-go mix and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Believe it or not, Nelly,
I know, I saw that
busting
too.
loose,
I saw that
That's
too.
Chuck Brown. You feel
On
me?
the
He even, I feel
what
like
song was
busting
that?
loose. I feel like
Hot in here.
he say the hook.
Yeah, I didn't know that after all these years of hearing that song, Nelly's Hot in Here, that I don't know how I missed that was busting loose until I saw it on where did I see it at? Somebody posted it on Amped. Shout out to Angie, my man. I can't think of his name, but yeah, I heard it on Amped. I saw some Amp posted, and I was like, "Dang, Nelly for real? That's crazy." I was never here, but that's tight though.
Yeah,
So
I was surprised when I saw a go-go band going out Cali, man, and just to see like how many people popped out and showed out. That's a good sign right there. That's a great sign right there, because you never know, they might get booked. Some venues might love them so much they might book them and tell them come on back. So
and that could open so many doors for so many other bands and their artists in the city and stuff like that. So who knows, man? With just that Moechella in LA, man. Like you said, how many doors and how many opportunities that could open for the city, man. The start of the Marion S. Berry Summer Youth Employment Program is right around the corner. And for most people, and I'm sure Zoe, you can fall right into this. For most people in DC, SYAP was our first job, was our first form of employment. So how about you, Zoe? What was your first SYAP job?
So my first SYAP job was with the Sankofa project. Mm-hmm. And I want to say that was with Coach Bob Hayden and Miss Johnson. I know her daughter named Patrice Johnson. I don't want to get her.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So Miss Johnson. So I actually was working with them for my first summer project, and I basically was, keeping score at a girls basketball summer league.
Oh, word.
So yeah, so that was like my first summer job, and I was doing something that I liked, even though I didn't get a chance to play, but I was watching girls play basketball, and it was fun. It was cool. And I got paid doing something I like. Summer job, it keep you out of trouble, keep your days busy. And another advice, I want to say, if you 16 and older, if you got some money in your pocket when the summer stops, save all them checks up.
Right.
If you save all 4 of them checks up, now you got $1,200, and guess what? Once summer over, school time. You got a pocket full of money going back to school. You feel me? That was my strategy. Save up all my summer job checks, so when I go back to school, I got a fat gnat on me, and they like, dang.
No, for real though. And especially back then when they had them little monthly passes, you could rack up on them joints real quick.
Yeah.
But nah, yo, so and like you said, so that's what I love about the program too. It keeps youth off the street, gives us something to do. And of course, man, especially I think you 12, 16 and 18, you getting paid for 6 weeks. And as a teenager, like them $300-$400 checks, depending on your age, that's all right money, a paycheck. That ain't bad when you a teenager. But my first joint was I don't remember my first joint was, but I know the one that I remember the most. I was in the Freddie Simmons developmental football camp. My man, Coach Mike Spurgeon. Back in 2010, it was going into my senior year of high school. So it was a football camp, and I was a football player. So it was like,
and you was getting paid. You was getting paid to work out, train.
Like,
yes,
it's a
I had one of them with Coach Rob Nichols. Like later on down the line, I had a summer job like that too.
Yeah,
Roosevelt.
That's lit. Like you can't beat that. You can't beat
it.
So all the youth out there, I know with COVID and everything, I know SYAP, especially last year, they went all virtual. But if you guys can still be a part of the program, I think sign up is over. But if you haven't aged out, if you're not gonna age out of the program next year, if you haven't aged out of the program next year, sign up, because it's a great opportunity. And there are different internships, there are different jobs and internships that could get you prepared for what you want to do when you go to college and after you get out of college. So it's just a good way to make connections. It's a good way to get ready for being employed, a good way to understand a professional setting. So take advantage of a program. Take advantage of this program because it does all that for you. So don't let an opportunity like that go. So anything you want to say about that, Zoe, the SYP?
Yeah, I want to add one more thing. It's not just for the teens, it's for young adults as well. So if you 21 to 24, you could apply as well. That's how I got my last summer job when I was 24 years old. I stopped at 21, but that was the age cutoff. 22, I ain't had one. 23, I ain't had one. They expanded the age group to 24. Yep. I got one when I was 24, and that kind of like leaped me into my job now, and I've been working ever since. So it's like,
wow.
Young adults apply too, because you could be on the pathway to the middle class. The SYEP program, John, like, helped me out to be where I'm at now with the job and provided me the flexibility. They got me from the SYE program, and they was like, all right, boom, transfer over here, and then let's see what you're about. So what I was about, and we taking off. So yeah, young adults apply too. It could be very pivotal for your life.
Right. You can't beat that. Like that's a living example right there. My man Zoe went from the SYP program and still in the career field, still in the job he was at then. So y'all make sure y'all apply. mbsyep.com. All right, go apply.
Just believe in yourself, you know, and believe in this Dunbar on your chest, because it means a lot.
What does it mean to you?
Everything. You know, I went here. I'm a product of a Dunbar basketball team. My family went here and played. Coach Singletary, head coach Damon Singletary played here. Xavier Singletary played here. So we rich in Dunbar tradition with the coaches.
Gotcha.
So it means a lot.
As you guys saw, Coach Ricardo Duren back, my man Houzmazoo was interviewing him for going into the 2017-2018 season. But like, you know, I know you guys probably heard by now, unfortunately, he passed away, I believe, last week. So Zoe, we just saw a clip of you interviewing him. I can only imagine what, you know, that Dunbar B-ball program, just Dunbar as a whole, is going through. I can imagine, you know, losing a coach and, you know, somebody like Coach Cardo, who's just a real good dude. But you met him on numerous occasions, so just kind of talk about the man he was, and just kind of the coach he was as well.
Yeah, you're right. So Coach Cardo, like him and Singletary. See, I grew up in the DPR. I grew up in DPR basically. So like when I was a kid, whatever DPR got events on, they'd take you places, and then it'd be other recs, and they'd all meet up. So like I used to always see Coach Cardo around with the roving leaders. He wasn't my roving leader, but I used to always see him at events and stuff. He was a very cool man. But then once I actually picked up the camera and did my Houzmazoo network stuff, that's when I actually really got to speak with him, talk to him, and get to know him a little bit more. He was just a chill, humble guy. I loved his aura. You know, he wanted to see me do good. He always, every time he see me, he always gave me positive affirmations. He always told me, keep doing what you're doing. You do. We need this, Zoe. We need this, Zoe. We need this, Zoe. What you doing is important. He always just let me know what I was doing was important. And it's just sad because he was, besides him being the coach, he was a great man in the community. You know what I mean? You know, when you see him and Singletary, and like, see, I played basketball, so they was coaches too. So like, if you see them in the gym, you know you gonna see the Surfing Quarter kids in the gym. You know what I mean? So it's like, he was just a great man for his community, great pillar in the community. The Dunbar community is going to miss him. A figure in the Dunbar school is just like a great man. I don't know if he had kids, but if he do, I know he was a great father. You know what I mean? So yeah, basically just like whenever we had the chance to speak, he always gave me positive messages and let me know what I was doing was the right thing. You know what I mean? So just to see him go out, you know, it's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, man.
And then with no season, no basketball season, it's like that's the motivation for Dunbar right there. So it's like, that's the motivation. So it's like they gotta like hold that. They gotta like hold it until like the next basketball season. You feel me? They really got something to play
Yeah,
for now. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But it's like it's no season, so it's just like I don't know. Just watch out for Dunbar though. Watch out for
Right.
Dunbar.
And kind of like Dunbar's football team back in 2019, this could be the motivation, man,
Yeah.
to propel them to a championship because they've been right there, man. So,
They've been right semifinals
yep,
every year.
yep.
Like every year since I've been doing this, they've been in the semifinals. Up UDC, they lost the Rose. Up Howard, they lost the Rose. Like last year, lost the Rose, and they really, if if I put it like this, and I ain't trying to get off Coach Cardo, but I feel as though if Dunbar would at least got a shot off,
Mm-hmm.
they might could have won that game. They ain't even get a shot off. So
Right.
who knows? But yeah, rest in peace, Coach Cardo, man. Forever with the network, man. Straight up.
And for everybody over at Dunbar, man, y'all got our fullest condolences from me and Zoe, man. Y'all got our fullest condolences. Girls and boys basketball. Like I said, we can't imagine, what y'all going through right now, but just want y'all to know that us over here at the highlights, Houzmazoo with TSDN, man, we support y'all. We got none but love for y'all, man, and just stay up, all right? That's really all we can do at this point. Just stay up. All right, after this break, we're going for a bike ride around the city. Stay tuned. You're watching the highlights on the Houzmazoo Network and on TSDN. All right, welcome back, y'all. You're watching the highlights on the Houzmazoo Network and on TSDN. I appreciate you guys for keeping it locked right here. So, man, say what's up to the people again, man.
What it do? It's your boy Houzmazoo. Tuned into the highlights and we coming at you straight up.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, Zoe, man, so a couple weeks ago, man, you got a chance to join Primeability for their bike ride that they do every month, every couple weeks or so. Man, just kind of tell us about it. Tell us about how it went. Tell us about the vibe of it and all that.
So Coach Alex Clark, the physical education teacher over at Dunbar, he been telling me come check out my biking program. Come check out my biking program. I told myself that I'm gonna, take time out to go check it out. But like I said, this is from Dunbar, and Coach Cardo passed away. So that week, Coach Clark decided to do the weekly bike ride. Paying respects to Coach Cardo. So I said I was going to pay my respects to Coach Cardo and go check out the program. So I killed two birds on one stone.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got there, the vibe was cool. It was all ages, it was all ages. You had high school students, I want to say middle school students, young adults like myself, adults, bikers, like biker groups.
Yeah.
It was just Coach Cardo family. So we had a moment of silence. And basically the program is, since COVID, but this program started because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the kids wasn't being active and they didn't really have nothing to do. So Coach Clark came up with the idea, well, let's start a biking program. And just to keep the kids, give them exercise and keep them fit. And also Dunbar might have a cycling team coming soon too, though.
Oh,
so
cool.
that's kind of dope. Dunbar might have that. But yeah, so the best thing about it to me was just saying all ages, like high schoolers, young adults, and like adults, just come together for like a positive activity and just, take over the streets of Washington, D.C. on bicycles, man, because that's how I felt. We drove from Dunbar to the African American Museum, and then we drove down to the Wolf. And, it was a workout. I felt it. I felt it. It was a workout, but I really, really had fun. And it's something that I do again. And it's something that I tell my lady, come on, boo, let's go biking. Let's go, you know what I mean? And I met people too. I met a biker. I met an actual cyclist there.
Oh, that's tight.
And she invited me to her groups and stuff like that. So it was a good networking opportunity because it wasn't just like Dunbar staff and Dunbar students. It was just like it was a good turnout. A lot of people came out. A lot of people starting to hear about it. So word of mouth starting to spread. So yeah, great event, you know, great event. Shout out to Coach Clark doing his thing. Keep doing your thing, Coach Clark. Shout out to the program Primeability. And, you know, just stay tuned, man. Hopefully a lot more great things coming from that program.
Y'all check this out, man. Exclusively from the Houzmazoo Network.
Everybody say room time. Room time. Everybody say room time. Room time. Everybody say room time.
Room time.
So we're taking a moment of silence today to tribute a very, very important man to our Dunbar community. We're taking a moment of silence to tribute a man that's taken and put his entire life into putting back into his community as well as impacting our youth. So hopefully us starting this biking program and us moving forward, we can continue to tribute Coach Cardo the same way that he gave back to us. So we're gonna release 24 balloons for his life because that was his favorite number. We can release them one by one. We can release them together. However you want to release them. That's completely up to you. But we're going to tribute his life because today I feel like it's a beautiful day for that. Today I feel like it's a beautiful day to honor a man that's given everything to our community. Everybody say R.I.P. Coach Cardo.
R.I.P. Coach Cardo.
Get a quick moment of silence. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Clap it up for the family. Clap it up for the family. What you gonna do today?
Communicate.
We're gonna communicate, we're gonna stay together. Communicate, we're gonna stay together. Everybody got that? Okay? Here's our route. We're going down New Jersey. We're going left. U Street, Florida Ave, U Street. On left, 14th Street. I'm going all the way down. We're not gonna leave nobody. Everybody's staying together. Everybody got that? You're staying together. So if you see somebody that's down or somebody that needs help, you don't just leave them. You say, what could you say? Do you need help? Everybody say, do you need help?
Do you need help?
Okay, so talk to them because you need to do what today?
Communicate.
Communicate.
Houzmazoo Network, who I have here?
Coach Clark, Dunbar High School, Primeability.
Got you. Speak about your program and the programs you got, you know, with the bicycles.
So our mission is to build communities, inspire lives of young people through fitness. We started this biking program as, you know, a safe space for kids to really just come out, enjoy themselves. You know, a lot of sports have been taken away, a lot of opportunities have been taken away due to the pandemic. So we really wanted to create a space where kids can still come together, but still be able to learn some things and use fitness as kind of like our driving tool to get them all together. So we're doing a lot of different things. You know, right now you guys can see we got our community kids out here anticipate getting more and more, and then we anticipate a cycling team this year. It's going to be one of the first all black youth cycling teams out of DC. So a lot of big things coming, and I'm just excited to be a part of it.
Got you, man. I'm proud of you. I like how you took an obstacle and turned that into an opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, I'm out here to see what's up with the program, but I'm also paying respect to Coach Cardo.
Yeah.
So, you know, just speak about, you know, Coach Cardo, any memories you got about him.
Yeah, so we just did a tribute before we left. This whole ride is for him, being our first ride. Just like a pillar to the Dunbar community, a pillar to, you know, Ward 5 and the DC community, and, you know, it's like a really tough loss, losing somebody like that. You know, I'm somebody that's not originally from DC, so he was definitely somebody that kind of paved the way and guided me and kept me, kept my vision clear and motivated me to do things like this. And, you know, we just want to keep motivating these youth and keep building them up the same way that he did. So, yeah.
All right, y'all, keep it locked because after this break, we'll flash back to a conversation I had with the CEO of an online scouting website. So we got some good information coming for you guys. So make sure you stay tuned right here to the highlights. You're watching it on the Houzmazoo Network and on TSDN. Alright, welcome back, y'all. You're watching the highlights on the Houzmazoo Network and on TSDN. I'm here with my man Alfonso Duckett of the Houzmazoo Network. Zoe, you good, bro?
What it do? You know I'm good. Life is good. Can't complain, man.
Big talk, big talk. Well, man, we hope y'all enjoying the show. And in this third segment, some real good information. So get a pen and a pencil and a notepad ready. Now, the COVID-19 pandemic has created a challenge for recruits not only in the DC area, but nationwide. I had a chance to speak with the founder and CEO of SCOUTsmart. Check it out, because y'all definitely learn something. And it's an opportunity that I think can really be beneficial to student athletes right here in the district. Check this out. What is it that you all do, and what is SCOUTsmart just overall?
Sure. So ScoutSmart is recruiting analytics platform, and what we do is we have college football coaches from D1 down to D3 NAIA. It doesn't matter, all levels of play. We help them find recruits that will fit their program, and we look at the on-field performance, their stats, their athletic ability. We also look at academics and other factors, and then the coach can customize it and find recruits that really fit.
Oh wow. So, and one thing that you spoke about that I thought was really intriguing is that it's free of cost to student athletes and the high school coaches. Am I right?
You are correct. Our program is a subscription service. It's approved by the NCAA, and we sell to the college program. So they're paying for access to all of these analytics. It is free for all high school players to be in our ScoutSmart database. We believe in a level playing field, and we want everyone to be able to be included.
And for that, and speaking to that list that you all send to the college coaches every week, if a coach wants to get their student athlete on that list that you and your team create and email to these scouts and these college programs, what is it that they need to do?
Yeah, they could just reach out to us, email, Twitter, through our website, and just make sure we have all the data on this recruit. We need GPAs in order to be able to send out these guys. We'd like to have their stats as well. We do a stat score where we compare them by position with all the other players in that position in the country. So they're getting a stat score. So unless you're an offensive lineman, we'd like to get your stat right, and then we just need to know your height and weight, right?
Right.
We allow coaches to go in. They could go in and search in the District of Columbia for all offensive linemen who are graduating 2022 who are more than 6'3" and more than 275 pounds. So we allow, and that's from coach feedback. That's what these college coaches want. And in fact, we had kind of the flip of that this week. We had a smaller program up in the Northeast, and they're not a client yet, so I won't mention their name, but they have a weight limit. So they're looking for guys who are a little bit smaller. So they're searching on the other end of that scale. So it's really good for us to have all of that data, and so the coaches, can find you. But to get in that weekly email, we need a really complete profile. And it needs to be somebody that's going to be able to play at the next level, so that, it's going to appeal to our coaches. But like I said, there's a whole range of coaches. So there's a good chance if you're playing in high school, if you're starting in high school, there's a good chance you could make that list.
All right, Diane. So for any parents, coaches, student athletes, or, other broadcasters like myself, we have a pretty good group of high school broadcasters in the DC area. If they want to get in contact with you to maybe send you information on their players, or upcoming players that they know may be able to make an impact and make that list and other things like that, how do they get? Is it okay if they get in contact with you? And if so, how do they do so?
Yes, we would love to hear from them. There's several options. Our Twitter, as I mentioned before, is at SCOUTsmart _. You can follow us and DM us on Twitter. Our email is scoutsmart@competitivesportsanalysis.com. And our website is scoutsmartrecruiting.com.
All right, shout out to Diane Bloodworth, again, CEO and founder of SCOUTsmart. Make sure you guys check out their website, check out them on Twitter at SCOUTsmart. It's a lot of great information, a good opportunity. I think it'll really be beneficial to student athletes right here in the city. But Zoe, man, that is cut on the second episode of the highlights. Man, hope y'all enjoyed the show. Zoe, man, what you think of the show so far, man? Think people enjoying it?
I think they should enjoy it, man. Very informative. Just keep them up to date, man. Let them know what's going on in the city, man.
For sure, man. Again, thank y'all for tuning in, whether you're watching on the Houzmazoo Network or on TSDN. And make sure you follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and the whole nine. Zoe, man, get them hip to where they can follow you, bro.
Man, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Houzmazoo Network, and that's HOUZMAZOO Network. On Twitter at Houzmazoo, HOUZMAZOO. Website www.houzmazoonetwork.com. And another note, Houzmazoo Network LLC is officially CBE certified. So, basically I can do business with the district and federal government now. So, just come correct. Or if you're looking for any local businesses, looking for any supplies, just know your boy got them. Just know, I got what y'all need. Whatever you need, I can provide. You need your furniture removed, I can provide it for you. Trust me. Sir. I can provide it. Any office product, I can provide it for you. Straight up.
Y'all know what it is. Tell them one more time. It's the what?
It's the network. Straight up.
Yeah, yo. And of course, man, y'all can follow me on Twitter at _thatsportsdude and on Instagram at _thatsportsdude_. Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe, whether you're watching on my man network, the Houzmazoo Network, or you're watching right here on TSDN. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all check out all the content we got. Even check out some stuff from a few years back just to get a refresher on everything that's been happening in the city, because we done had DC covered, we got DC covered, and we're going to keep having DC covered. Ain't that right, Zoe?
You know that's right. And also, if you're interested in promoting, branding, and marketing your business through this show, the highlights, reach out to us, man. We most definitely could talk and see what we could do.
For sure. Clothing lines, programs, businesses, small businesses, big businesses, barbershops, the whole nine. This show is called The Highlights for a reason, and especially if you are a business in the district, we definitely want to work with you. So reach out to us, man, either my man Zoe or myself, all right? So Zoe, man, this episode 2, episode 3 will be coming soon, so make sure y'all keep it locked. Zoe, before we get out of here, what you want to say to the people?
Oh, man, stay safe out here, man. It's getting crazy, man. Stay safe. Be aware of your surroundings, man. Protect yourself. It's still, pandemic, social distance. So, just be safe and, do the right thing.
For sure. Now, until next time, y'all. Peace.